Hey guys, it's Gus, and let me show you how to break pinatas pretty fast. The most time consuming part is probably splitting them up in your inventory, which means you have to go over each one and press the triangle button, well, in consoles, anyways, and then you split them. So you have them all over your inventory like this, and I believe I have 106. So, there's a couple caveats that I'll show you before that. So, if we summon a pinata, it just stands there, right? And then if we summon another pinata for science, that pinata disappears. No loot on the ground. So what you could do is summon a pinata, hit it, go back to your inventory, but that's really slow. So another alternative method is to summon a companion. And let's take the good old Regis, right? My favorite companion. Look at what Regis does. Most, if not almost all companions do the same thing. Unless I'm being targeted or the companion is being targeted, they will just look at it like it's not a combatant and they won't do nothing. Now, if I hit it, now Regis will go crazy. And this will take a little bit. I am not optimized. But there's another way. So you could stay in your inventory and wait till it pops and then pop another one. But here's another one. Here's what I've been doing. And somebody may have found a faster way. Maybe. So you go to the auction house. If you don't have one already, you get them when you're doing your adventures. But you go and look for a fora. The Mystic Fora and the Epic Fora both do. It's the Mystic Fora and the regular Fora. The regular Fora's kind of gone up in the last 2 days. Word's gotten around. It was 700 diamonds. I don't know what it is on the other platforms, but I already have one equipped. And let me show you. This companion is a beast. And we're going to summon it. And we're going to summon it. And not necessarily how much damage it does, but how fast it attacks. Remember how the other companion just stood there with their mouth open waiting? Watch this one. The second you get it out there, the four is attacking. Like poison damage or something. Now, here's the trick. If you summon another pinata, and there's another pinata, the pinata will break and you don't get any loot. There's a caveat. If that pinata's taken any damage at all and you summon another one, you will get the loot from the first one. So as long as it's taken any damage, even this 54 damage, if I summon another pinata, it will pop that one and I'll still get the loot. Watch, just so you can see. And I'm going super slow to fully explain it. Boom. So that pinata's gone, right? But it dropped loot. I just picked it up. And that one's been hit, so you can do that again. And there's the loot right there. Booyah. So, how do you do this fast? Well, once you split them up in your inventory, that pinata is taking damage, so summon another one. You notice that one's already taking damage. And I go like that, you can see what's going on. It's taking damage. That one's taking damage. Taking damage. And as soon as I see damage, I I'm already on press, so or the use. I wait a second. I know I could probably spam them immediately, actually, but I want to just be sure. I'm gonna spend another couple seconds to make sure it took a hit, because I don't know if that's residual damage from the previous bot enemy. Probably isn't, but I'm playing safe side. So, two people, guildies, had showed me how you can go to the training room and do this. The thing with the training room is it's identical. The downside is you have to travel to PE, then go into the Noxus training house, and then go to the training room. So you're using a lot of time, um, way too much time getting ready to attack when you can just do it anywhere. But You want to be somewhere that only you are. That way, somebody doesn't stop by and get all your loot. And I'm gonna start speeding it up and see what happens. So that had damage, and you can see the numbers on the right. It's kind of faded, but you can see it. So we started out with 104, or was it 106? We wasted a couple just so I can show you. So this is going to be around 100 that we're going to pop. And if you pop them fast enough, all the loot will stay on the ground. So I got to start speeding it up, right? As soon as you see any damage taken, just get rid of it. And I'm going to be doing this every day on probably 2 or 3 alts until they're all done. Because each alt has about 250 pinatas. And I know if you do it during the event, you'd get about 70% of your petals back to recycle and keep doing them. The problem is that takes time, and I'm focusing most of my time on the Saha balls since that's the big ticket item. Much, much bigger than the pinatas. The pinatas are great though. I mean, you can have one tune and do this. Now, you're going to eventually run out of pinatas, but just think how many pinatas you got on one tune and then multiply that by 60. That's how many I have. So I'm not going to try to see how fast I can do it. I'm just going to try to do 2 or 3 a day. And then hopefully in a month I'll be done. Because I would like to have a clean, I like having clean bank spots if possible. I'm going a little too slow, I think. Should have timed myself. Man, I'm going to pick up. I think that after 5 minutes, it could be 10. They just start disappearing. So I'm just going to get it all. Let's get all this loot. It's not showing because we're picking it up so many loots, but they're going to our inventory, and that's where it counts. Okay, that one's still there. He's been hit, so we can summon another one. So there, the training room might be a tad bit faster, maybe, because you still have to confirm it gets hit before you pop another one. Now, I could start assuming it hits within 1 second and just pop immediately after 1 second. That's how fast the Flora attacks. It's a very unique companion. I've actually covered it before, I think twice. She just has the most aggressive personality out of all of our comps. And if every comp had a unique ability that made it different, that would be great because it would expand how many different builds we use for different scenarios, right? Uh, Once you start getting there, usually you want to get your tune maxed out before you want to start playing with different tweaks to your build. But the Fora is so cheap that I mean, just a couple of these reagents, like 2 squash soups, paid for it, and I'm gonna have so many of those. I think we're almost done. 2 more. Yeah. And then I have to kill the last one. Ugh. Sorry, this will take forever. I have no idea what I'm doing. Pressing whatever buttons. So then we pick up. And you get all this booty. So that's my new method. Thank you all to who watched that agonizingly slow, painful video of me and Zerial. Totally not her fault. 100% mine. For all the tips. And I took your tips and then I combined them and made this one. It might not be optimal, but if you do have an optimal way, please say below. And for anybody participating in this event, I feel your pain. I know how many pinatas you have. Just think in the long run, you're going to make a fortune off of them. Stay classy, Neverwinter. See you soon.